Why are people so desperate to succumb to sadness and misery? They want it to befall upon them, but the moment it does, the same people blame the universe, asking, "Why us?" And to ask this question is exactly why they were so attached to misery. This would mean that they are special, at least in the eye of the ruined. Everybody wants to feel something, and most of them want that feeling of others towards them when they are being pitied. In fact, they like it. To know they are being seen and pitied by others means a lot to these people, even if they believe being pitied is somewhat base for the individual. This behavior is sheer madness. Nobody should want misfortune, but our circumstances seem to provide it for us in the way that we need it to rise from our current position. Only misery can move people. It becomes as a force which is sure to give us fruits in the long run. But if in order to raise we would have to become prone to this misery, then what would happen to those who are not miserable? Does that make them a bad person just because they are sane? Almost every media books has these hidden rules which state clearly that if you will grow up to become a person with high morals and values, then at a young age you would have to suffer miserably. And since the characters we resonate with have suffered so much, we become indulged towards suffering as well. We were grown up reading such stories, watching such movies and shows, and then we didn't suffer as they did. So we decided to degrade ourselves into the pit of the void which we would get out of if the misery would befall upon us. And we like to believe we would rise if this happened to us, just like the person who did in the story. All for the better hope of yet unknown destiny. We like to suffer, if not in reality, then in our own imagination today. And I believe this madness contributes to realness. Soon everybody will realize this, but not everybody gets out from this pit. And those are the most pretentious pretenders who cannot even differentiate between the real and pretending personalities. And then they become truly miserable by their own desire. But such a misery is the absurdest of the absurd, with no door to look outside of their built-up empire of imaginable sadness. And what can a person do except die when they believe the air they are breathing is full of spite? So a threat comes along with our life. Suffer or not, but do be optimistic, or you would die. So go and live despite you or your thoughts, which are so profoundly sad, and live better.